So once again, Seetal everyone. We are here this evening to celebrate the auspicious occasion of Diwali. Some say they call it Diwali, some say Diwali. I've heard a recent brother of mine in the US say Devali. Diwali, deep, means light. Diwali, the lighting, the row of lamps. Diwali was celebrated last Monday, the 24th of October. And because of circumstances, we have chosen schedules, that is, we decided that we will be celebrating tonight here in the beautiful island of St. Croix. And it's really a pleasure to be amongst you once more. This is our fourth, maybe fifth time here. And certainly here at this beautiful mandir, I must compliment the members and the organizers, the executives of this mandir. I'd like you to put your hands together tonight and give them all a lovely round of applause. For a couple of reasons. One, for keeping the lights on. Two, for continuous service. I understand every Saturday there's service which speaks for itself, it speaks volumes, because we are keeping the flag or flying the flag of Satya Sanatan Vedic Dharma. And in these parts especially, when we are challenged, we are asking for your support, we are asking for your contribution, we are asking for your participation. So let us begin this evening. Again, my name is Dave Persad. I reside in Hollywood or Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. More importantly, I'd like to get to know you all a little bit better. Some of you I know already. And this evening is a very social evening. It is a very collaborative evening because we'll all be singing. You're not here to be entertained. We are going to sing, we are going to clap, we are going to chant. And yes, we have a pretty big floor here. You're welcome to dance as well as the rhythms and as the vibrations increase. So those of you who have brought your musical instruments, please feel free to join us. Come and sit up front, play along, sing along with us, clap your hands especially. Let us glorify God, Bhagwan, this evening in the form of Lord Ganesha, Prathama Puja. As we begin this evening's celebration of Diwali, we call upon Bhagwan Shri Ganesha. You'll hear me this evening asking you to sit upright. And the simple reason for that is when we sit upright, when our backbone is straight, the energy travels from the lower plexus, which is called the Muladhara Chakra, at the base of the spine, and then channels up the Shushumna Nadi, the energy sets, the energy coil that is, and takes the energy up to our heads, where the Sahasrara Chakra resides, and then we can communicate in unison with God. Prem Sibol Gajanan Swami Ki Jai. If you clasp your hands, bow your heads and close your eyes, and join me in these beautiful mantras. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Shri Saraswate Namah, Shri Guru Charan Kamale Namo Namah. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrurupena Samsthita, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah. Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Samsara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Santam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namah. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमसधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे अतुलितबलधामम् एव शैलापदेहम् धनुजवनकृशाणो ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यम् सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशम् रघुपति प्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोल गजानन स्वामी की जय। Now let us glorify Bhagavan Shri Ganesha Pratama Pujye as we sing and we clap. We call upon him this evening to remove of all obstacles. O Gajanan, guide us on the right path, O Lord. Please remove any and all obstacles that may stand in our way from celebrating this evening Diwali. Shuklam Varadharam Vishnu Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarvavigano Upashantaye. गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। गणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। Let's try that again. Prem se bolo Gajanan Swami ki. Don't be afraid. What is the meaning of Jai? Jai means victory. So in anything that we do, we say Jai. Jai, oh, victory. So tonight, especially, in this celebration of of light over darkness, the theme, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. And what is the darkness we speak about? If we take off the breakers here in this evening, all the lights will go off in the building. But the lights that are inside of us, that are fueled by Shakti Devi Ma, Mahalakshmi, they will never exterminate unless we ourselves place negativities, 9 negative qualities we will speak about, and diminish this light. You know, there are some people in this world, nobody here tonight, some people that you approach for the very first time, and you can sense and you can feel the darkness in that person. All you want to do is to run very far from that person. Yet there are others, when you meet for the first time, you just want to embrace them and hug that person, to remain in that person's company. Let us be like those who emanate light. And devotees, I want you to try something. It's a very mystical formula. You see, when these 2 muscles that it takes to smile, when you smile, the world smiles back at you. Did you know this? Very simple formula. Tonight, as we begin, I want you to look to the left of you this evening. Tell me if you know the person sitting to the left of you. Come on. You know this person? It's a good opportunity to tell this person tonight, I love you. Come on. Jai Ho. Now look to the right of you. Do you know this person? Tell this person, I love you. You have a wall next to you, they bounce it back on you. This is how we celebrate Diwali, love. We can sit here and sing all night. Thank you. We can sit here and sing all night for you, with you. But, thank you, Jay. The goal tonight is collaboration. Clapping, chanting, singing, smiling, yes, and say I love you to the gods. What better way to celebrate the power? Thank you. Tonight I want to say a very special welcome, Swagatam, to all the mothers in the audience tonight, fathers, gurus, if there are any pundits with us, uncles and aunties, nieces, nephews, brothers and sisters. My dear brother Seetal, a musician traveling with me from Fort Lauderdale. Blessed are we tonight to be in this satsang. Sat means truth, sang is to assemble, so we have assembled for the truth. Tonight we are going to lift this collective spiritual healing vibration that exists here in this mountain. Believe you me, we have been here several times. There's a huge amount of energy that exists upon this hill, this mountain, this hilltop, but not a mountain, it's a hill, where Shri Naya Sabha is located. And we're going to chant tonight. We're going to go to the storehouse of energy. Anybody know who's the storehouse of energy? Mahavir Swami. Pavanaputra Hanumanji, today being Saturday, Shanivar. Goswami Tulsidas Ji composed this beautiful Chalisa. Chalis means 40. Some of us we say Chalis. It's not Chalisa. Chal means to go. Chalis is 40. 40 verses that comprises the Sri Hanuman Chalisa. And if you are ever feeling lost, if you wake up one morning and you feel like you're demotivated, you feel like you have no energy, you feel as though you cannot see the end of the tunnel, or you don't know which direction to go, especially on a Tuesday and a Saturday morning, sing the Sri Hanuman Chalisa. Not only on those 2 days, I sing it every day. Make it a part of your daily routine. If you memorize it, it takes 3 minutes. 90 seconds. Is that correct? 360, I'm just making sure you guys are awake. 180 seconds to 180 seconds to recite from beginning to end. 40 verses. Tonight, I'd like to ask all of you to blend your voices. I think all of us have cell phones. If you don't know it, Google Baba knows it. Just Google Shri Hanuman Chalisa and sing with me. Come on. Feel the energy has been infused tonight in this beautiful satsang. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raju Nij Manu Guru Subhar बरनो रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फल चारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता व्रत बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस्र बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे हस कहि श्रीपति कंठन गावे संगादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहीसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाने कवि कोविद गई सकहि कहानी तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्हा राम मिलाए राजपद लीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्युताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरे मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुरमय अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपे दीनहु लोक हाथ टेकावे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नाशै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान गौरावे सब पर नाम तपस्वी राजा इनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई गावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि निधाना असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख विसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बल बीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत्रुघ्न पास कर कोई, जो मेरी बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होए सिद्धि साखी होई। तुलसीदास सदा परिचय, जय नाथ जय बहरेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बजरंगबली। My dear brothers and sisters, this evening, let us now turn to the feet of the Guru. Guru means the one who removes darkness, as we are speaking about our theme tonight, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Anyone who teaches us something is a Guru. So we have Sangeet Guru, music gurus. We have Acharya Gurus, our teachers in school. We have our Pandits, our spiritual leaders, who are also our Gurus, our spiritual guides. Our parents, however, are first Gurus. Our scriptures teaches us Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava. Matru means mother, Pitru means father. I'd like to ask all of you in the audience, please take your seats and give me, if I can have your full attention. We'll have enough time to socialize afterwards, I promise you. I would like to join in the conversation too. Let us glorify Guru now. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I'd like you to clap your hands and sing with me. Guru Kripalam Kevalam, 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 Mata Kripalam Kevalam, Pita Kripalam Kevalam, Mata Kripalam Kevalam, Pita Kripalam Kevalam, Guru 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 Kripalam Kevalam, Sai Kripalam Kevalam, Shiva Kripalam Kevalam, Sai Kripalam Kevalam, Shiva Kripalam Kevalam, Guru Kripalam Kevalam, Guru Kripalam Kevalam, Guru Kripalam Kevalam, Guru Kripalam Kevalam. Praise the Lord Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. My dear brothers and sisters, this evening I'd like to ask all of you for a few minutes, gently close your eyes. If your parents are alive and they're not here with us this evening, I want you to bring that image of both your mothers and fathers to the center of your forehead. Your hands not just now. If your parents have gone to the beyond, the other world, bring the image into your hearts, into your minds. And subliminally, I would like you to bow to their feet in your minds. Take the blessings of Mata and Pitaji. Those blessings are priceless. Wherever their souls are, they have gone to beyond. May those souls remain with Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And if they are here, present, or alive with us, we ask for the blessing of Bhagavan to continue to nourish them, to give them health, strength, and prosperity. Matudeva Bhava, Pitudeva Bhava. Om, Om, Om. So especially the children who are in our audience this evening, I believe I met a young gentleman by the name of Karan. Where's Karan? Karan. He told me his last name was Arjun. Is that correct? Karan Arjun? The movie star. So Karan, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do when you wake up every morning? What's the first thing you do? I know what I do. I check WhatsApp and Facebook and all these things. That's not the thing you're supposed to do. For children especially, if you're living in the same home with your parents, the first thing you do, after you bow to Mother Earth, if you here in the islands, you'll probably see the sun in the morning, bow to the sun, Surya Narayana. You have to make a beeline to your parents' room, if they're still asleep or if they're awake. Find your parents and bow to their feet. And parents, especially the mothers, when your children bow to your feet, use these both hands. Don't hit them too hard, but hit them on their back. And say these words, Juk Juk Jio Hamaro Beto. That's Bhojpuri. My Aji taught me these words. It means, my child, as high as the Himalayas will rise, may you always be blessed. And you see those blessings, especially of the mother, when a mother blesses a child, there's nothing in this world, there's no money in this world can buy that blessing. When you have your mother's blessings, when you have your nani's blessings, your aji's blessings, and going on like this, then comes the Father. Bless your children. And ask Bhagwan, in so many different forms, we have God is but one, we have many different forms. Bhagwan, bless my child, may he or she reach the Himalayas. In other words, may they always seek to reach the highest of heights. Right, Karan? So from tomorrow morning, forget the phone and find Mommy and Daddy. Bow to their feet and seek their blessings. This evening, for the next few minutes, it was a request of the Balkaran family. By the way, my godchildren, the Balkaran family, are hosting us this time around, and I must say thank you to them, both Seetal and myself. They're very humbled and very appreciative of this. And last time we were here, we stayed at my brother Ravish's home, beautiful home indeed, and him and his family. I think Didi said welcome. He said yes, didn't she? Namaste. Thank you. And so wonderful, Dr. Jack, we were with him this morning. So wonderful to be here again. And I was asked to recite for you from our scriptures, especially the Shri Ramcharitamanas, written by Goswami Tulsidas Ji, an excerpt that covers or speaks to Lord Rama's return to Ayodhya after the war was won. When we speak of Ramayana, Ramayana, 3 syllables, it means the lake of the deeds of Lord Rama. And a great guru of mine once taught me, he says, when you think of Ramayana, if there's any question that arises in your home, in your business, in your life, amongst your friends, family, in your community, in your temple, in your church, in your masjid, ask yourself the question. In other words, how to respond to these questions and challenges. www.srb, that's not a website, don't look it up. What it means is, when you ask yourself the question, what in the world, www, would S, Shri, R, Rama, D, do. www.srb, what in the world would Shri Ram do? And the answer you will find guaranteed in the Ramayana. It speaks of politics, it speaks of business, it speaks of family life, it speaks of community life, it speaks of how to rule. Maybe some of our prime ministers and presidents should study Ramayana, and they will understand how to rule, and to rule justly and equally, with fairness for every single one. If you study our scriptures, our gods, in any of our scriptures, there was never a mention of my favorite child or my eyeball or my best child. All are equal in the eyes of the Divine Mother, Bhavani Shankar Mata, the mother of this universe. We are all her children. Good or bad, we are all her children. And she loves each one of us equally. Make no mistake. There are many in this world, many great saints who, very good example, the sage Valmiki was a highway robber. He turned out to be, he reformed himself because of his devotion to become one of the greatest scholars and wrote the great scripture, the epic, the Valmiki Ramayana. So too devotees, as I say, in the eyes of the Divine Mother, they are no good or bad. Everyone is good. It is us, it is our minds. It is the darkness that is instilled within us, or the darkness that we absorb from others or situations that makes us into these evil, bad people. Tonight, of course, nobody here tonight. We turn to the pages of Ramayana tonight as we sing Ramayana Sumiran. This beautiful prayer Goswami Tulsidas Ji composed now as he glorifies Bhagwan Shri Ganesha. Prem se Guru Gajanan Swami ki jai. Jo sumirat siddh hoy, Gananayak karivara badhana. Jo sumirat siddh hoy, Gananayak karivara badhana. Karabhu Viraj Subharuna Sadhana Mokahuri Vacha Ujjade Giriyara Gana Jasu Kripa Sunaya Prabhu Sakal Kalivara Saro Ruhusha Aruna Aruna Parijanayana Karo Sumama Uradha Sadamchira Sagara Sayana Undaindu Samade Karunayana Jagivina Parane Karnu Kripa Maradana Mayana Mandav Guru Padikana Vasindu Narupari Suvajan Ravi Kanikara Jo Sumirat Siddh hoy, Gananayak karivara badhana. Dheyam sada paribhavanamabhishtadoham Tirthaspadam Siviran Charutam Smaranyam Brevyatiham Pranatapal Bhavami Potam Vande Mahapurushite Jagannaravindam Neelanujam Shamal Komalangam Sita Samaro Pitubham Pado Mahasayak Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvansanam. रामायण का काम लंका और उत्तरकांड भगवान रामचंद्र जी अयोध्या का संभाल। Devotees, tonight's katha takes us to the city of Lanka. And I'm going to paint for you tonight a picture of what is happening. The war was just won. And the Lord now, Lord Rama and the entourage, with Mother Sita, Lakshman and others, they are ready now to return back home to Ayodhya. What is Ayodhya? Ayodhya, simply, yes, Ayodhya is a beautiful city. Well, it's not that beautiful. It's an old city in India. They're building a beautiful Shri Ram temple now in Ayodhya, which will probably be completed next year, I believe. Hopefully we can all visit that one day. But Ayodhya simply means the temple of Lord Rama. And where's that temple of Lord Rama? Anybody tell me? Right here, exactly. And this is the temple tonight that we are going to examine. This is the temple tonight that we are going to ask Mahalakshmi, the goddess of light, to come and to sit and to illuminate. And you see, once we create that space for Mahalakshmi to reside, or any form of God, to reside in this temple of our heart, we all have, I'll give you a good example. We all have on our home computers, we have some sort of antivirus, not so? These days on our cell phones, we have what's called spam blockers. So them fellows who are trying to sell you all kind of thing, we block them before they can even get to you. So the antivirus on the computer serves as what? It's a deterrent for any sort of Trojan horses or any sort of viruses or worms to get into your computer and create havoc. So too, when God, whether you call him Rama, Krishna, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Jehovah, whatever form of God you worship, God is but one. When God is in our hearts, the representation of God acts as a filter, meaning every single thought, every single word, and every single action, if it's not approved by God, don't say it, don't think it, and certainly don't do it. That's the filter, that's the light. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, the darkness that we dispel and install that light. When a war is won, or was won back in the days, thousands of years ago, kettle drums like tassodrums were being played. Trumpets were blown, elephants were trumpeting in celebration. Flowers were raining from the skies, not like rain or snow, but flower petals were falling from the skies because the gods were in ecstasy. Good over evil. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. The war was won. Ravan was destroyed. Devotees, a very most auspicious moment in the Ramayana. The Lord of the universe, the Lord of the ocean of bliss, was about now to depart for Ayodhya. Let me ask you a question this evening. What is the meaning of the name Ram? Anyone? What is the meaning of the name Ram? I had a neighbor whose name was Ram, but he used to be in the rum shop every Friday. Ram. Ram means the ocean of bliss, the ocean of peace, and the ocean of happiness. Ram. Let's listen to the soothing letters. Ram. Ravan, on the other hand, means what? Trouble, fire, anxiety, any of the 9 negatives, pick one. Anger, greed, hypocrisy, deceit, malice, jealousy. That is Ravan. The mood, although a celebratory one because the war is won, became a bit somber. Several of the Vanas, the warriors, the bears, and the celestial beings, they did not want to return to their homes in the forest. Why? They wanted to follow Lord Rama back to Ayodhya. If Lord Rama were to walk out of the altar this evening and walk down through this corridor and exit to the back of the temple, do you think any of you will sit here and listen to me tonight? I wouldn't listen. I'd go behind Lord Rama too. This is the mode because they wanted to go behind Lord. They wanted to follow Lord Rama. Devotees, let me explain the presence of Lord Rama. Some little child actually once asked me, says, Pandit, Lord Rama was in the forest for 14 years with Mother Sita and Lakshman. What did he eat? What did he eat? You all have forests here in St. Croix. Do you have any food in the forest? Mango? Mangoes, you eat mangoes. Ravish, you eat mangoes 24/7, 365. You see, devotees, when Lord Rama entered or placed his feet in any part of this world, especially in the Dandakarnya forest, it's still here today. The trees bore fruit. Even though they were out of season, mango is a seasonal fruit. You get maybe one crop, sometimes you're lucky, you get 2 crops per year. Tree bore fruit. The minute Lord Rama's feet touched the area near them, fruit automatically came out of the trees. And when a tree bears a lot of fruit, what happens to the branches? Bows down. Now here's the philosophy behind this. In order for the trees to seek and to reap the blessings of Lord Rama, they had to bear fruit so that the branches can bow down and touch the ground, so that they too can reap the benefits of Bhagwan Shri Rama. Do you see? And what is this synopsis teaching us this evening? Here's what it does. In order for you and I to elevate ourselves, to become better human beings, and to ever see the face of God, firstly, we need to humble ourselves. Humility. The minute we start patting ourselves on the back and say, I'm a boss, nobody can touch me, you're going right back down. In this world today, my brother will tell you, Seetal, we've been playing music all over the world for many years as a musical group, musical band. We have seen many rise to the top. But so they rise, so their head became sold. And you know what happens like Ravana? The 10 head, they fall right to the ground. End of story. Jai Shri Ram. Do not be like these people. Here's another analogy. I think all of you have flown with American Airlines out of Christian's Dead, St. Croix. If you're 5 pounds overweight, what happens? They're going up $100, you see? And that's US, right? Excess baggage is like one of these 9 negative qualities, especially of Bhiman. Pride, false pride. And the more excess baggage you have, it becomes difficult to leave this physical plane. You're going to come back right here to try to get rid of that baggage before you can take that plane to go to the realm of God, to the realm of Shri Rama. So lighten this load. When you wake up in the morning, give God praise and thanks firstly. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to see the light of another day. And devotees, mark my words, we are approaching the season of giving. Let's face it, we live in the Western world. It's the season of giving that's coming, right, in the next few months. When you go to the grocery stores, I want you to do, not me, but do yourselves a favor. When you buy your groceries, whether it's once a week, twice a week, whatever the case may be, pick up an extra can or an extra bag of non-perishable items, vegetarian non-perishable items. Bring it home and place it in a box or a bag. And sometime before Christmas, before the end of the year, find a homeless shelter. Find a shelter for battered women or children. Find a home for the aged. Find a family, locate a family that is in need, that is having a difficult time in life. Take that box. Not just give it to them and say, hey, as we say in Trinidad. Give it to them. Sit down and share some words of encouragement and enthusiasm, uplift. This is what Sanatana Dharma is about. Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba teaches us, love all and serve all selflessly. Don't look for anything in return. Don't even take a picture and put it on Facebook. I gave so and so to this. No, you're destroying your seva. It's not for advertisement. It is for the benefit of your heart to know that I have helped to uplift someone who is less fortunate. And if you can't afford anything, take a few bottles of water and just go and sit with this family and spend some quality time. You know, loneliness is a very, very, very detrimental disease. And there are many in our communities and societies. They will never reach out for help. And it's very difficult sometimes to identify. They tend to stay away and seclude themselves away from society. And you see that? That is a killer. Let us not allow our people, our friends or relatives to go through this. We have seen too much of this. As a pundit, I've been counseling people on this. It's a very difficult state, especially those who have recently lost loved ones. They tend to seclude themselves as a part of healing. It's just a psychological process. Our Lord teaches us. He says, Goswami Tulsidas Ji writes, Siya Ram main sab jagah jani, karu pranam jo jug pani. See God in every single living creature. When I was growing up in Trinidad many years ago, both my parents are educators, so I obviously they took me to their school. My mom taught me, my father taught me. and other teachers as well. But I attended a Hindu school for 3 years, Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha school. Then I went to a Roman Catholic school for 2 years before I wrote my, what we call in those days, the common entrance or CXC exam to enter high school. During those 2 years of attending Catholic school, I also went to church on every Wednesday with my Catholic brothers. I sang, I can still sing beautiful hymns and enjoyed their company in church. For 5 years I attended an Islamic school, a Muslim school, where I went to high school. Every Friday we would go to mosque with my Muslim brothers, and I could chant their du'as and their namaz. Did it change me from becoming a pandit, a Hindu priest? No. But what it allowed me to do, to appreciate religion, other religions, other beliefs. So let me explain. Man created religion. God didn't create religion. Man created religion. And religion in some cases was created and perpetrated to divide and to separate and even to conquer certain societies. We're not going to go into history tonight. But devotees, my point to you, one of the things that we are dealing with now, and you see, those of you who are following the elections in the US, racism is prevalent. We have two major political parties, I'm not going to call their names, but they're both guilty of the same thing: divide and conquer, separation. Our scriptures do not preach, or do not teach us to divide. It does not teach hatred. We open the session this evening with telling each other, I love you. Could you imagine if our politicians, instead of hammering each other, say to each other, I love you? Wouldn't this world be a better place to live in? You see, love, this four-letter word, L-O-V-E, the most powerful word in this entire universe. Powerful four-letter word in this entire universe. If these fellows in Eastern Europe, let's try. That war will finish tomorrow. We pray for them, by the way. Tonight, as we begin, our first doha, as I quote from Shri the entourage is about now to leave the city of Lanka, heading now towards Ayodhya. My dear brothers and sisters, Goswami Tulsidas writes beautifully in this first doha. He says, Prabhu prerita kapi bhalu, sab Ram rupa urrakhi, harsha visad sahita chale, binay vidhi bhasi. The bears and the vanars, these were the soldiers, the celestial beings now. They were overpowered with emotions when they saw what was in the mind of your Lord. Devotees, when was the last time you became overpowered with emotions? Think of this for a second in your minds. Maybe at the loss of a loved one, seated upon your altar perhaps, meeting someone for the first time, or haven't seen someone. We were all locked down for the last 2.5, 3 years. I haven't seen friends in 3 years, up until recently we started now, reassembling again. The bears, the vanars, devotees, when they saw the look on the Lord's face, they began to sing to him. जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, मन से जप ले तू सीताराम। जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, मन से जप ले तू सीताराम। जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम, मन से जप ले तू सीताराम। जय जय राम हे राम, जय जय राम हे राम। Lord Rama was reluctant to take everyone back to Ayodhya. Remember, there are tens of thousands of them. But they had no inclination to go back home. They wanted to follow the Lord. Devotees, when you're in the company of the Lord of this universe, nothing else matters. There should be no worries when you know that God has your back. You know, Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba, one of my gurus, gave us. He says, why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? So says Baba, Satya Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fear when I am here? When you develop this level of confidence in God, that God, you are in control, nothing else matters. No politician, no president, nobody can champion that, devotees. Tonight I ask you, as you embed the teachings of this katha tonight, when you feel like you are up to your head, as we say, with challenges, with problems, with difficulties, two things: let go, let God. Let go and let God. You may not like, maybe not in all cases, the results at the beginning. But you see, when you put your ultimate faith and ultimate trust in the Lord, nothing else in this world matters, devotees. Many of us have experienced the loss of a loved one, a dear one. Some due to COVID-19. My mom was one of the very, very first people to die. We lost it in the very second month of COVID. But you know what? My aunt, my mommy didn't give up. She said, let go, let God. And today she's a better person because of it. In obedience now to the Lord's commands, all of the bears, all of the banners, they now began to disperse themselves with a mixed feeling of joy, bittersweet, as we say, and sorrow. The Lord, they want to go with the Lord, but the Lord is saying, no, you all have to go back to your respective homes and your families and so forth. Devotees, when they left that site, where the Lord was going to mount his aerial car, they left with one thing. You know what that is? They left with the image of Rama in their hearts. Tonight, I ask all of you, the next time you face any sort of confrontation, the next time you face any sort of difficulty, you're in a position where you have to respond to something or some situation that is negative, remember who is in your heart. And remember that God, any form of God, is in your heart. And you will see what your response will be like. It will be subtle. And especially if Rama is in there, you will never utter a harsh word. You will never utter a harsh word. And you see, the most deadliest weapon in this human body, the tongue. And unlike any other weapon, once you release the ammunition from this tongue, you can never take it back. You can never take it back. There are families today, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, there are families today that don't speak to each other because of the utterance of a word, from 2 generations ago. It lingers on. Let us not be like that. Life is too short. Life is too sweet. Install Rama and change the game. It doesn't cost you anything to say, Bhaiya, Didi, mujhe maaf kijiye, I'm so sorry. Let us forget that, forgive and move on. Let us live. Live and let live. Devotees, Goswami Tulsidas Ji now puts pen to paper as the Lord, Mother Seeta, Lakshman, Jamant and others now about to take their ride on the aerial car as we now head into Ayodhya, and we're coming up now to the celebration that is awaiting Lord Rama, which is the lighting of the lights, Diwali, which we're here to celebrate tonight. Our job right tells us to something to see that's right. So in this day and age, thousands of years ago, there was an aerial car, spaceships as we call it. You see, devotees, back then there were missiles, there were spaceships, there were bombs. And we think, when we look at scriptures and we look at the teachings of our Lord, some of us may interpret as primitive. No, absolutely not. Jai Shri Ram, the mystical formula, the jet fuel. And there was an aerial car. No, it wasn't a flying carpet or magic carpet. No, this is an aerial car. It's called the Pushpak Viman. Devotees, that aerial car now alighted from the city of Lanka and began now to make its journey back towards Ayodhya. When the aerial car rose, there was great commotion on the ground. All of the banners, the bears, they shouted, Jai Shri Ram, victory to Lord Rama, Jai Shri Ram, victory to Jai Shri Sita Mata. Inside the aerial car there was a throne, beautiful golden throne, and it was designed and carved in such a way that Lord Rama and Mother Sita took their seats on this throne. And they appeared to all now as a cloud of lightning, a flash of lightning coming across the sky. Lord Rama began to show Mother Sita the battlefields below as they were flying over. He said, here is the spot where Lakshman killed Meghna, the evil son of Ravan. And he showed her the other spots that was associated with this battle. He showed her the bridge, the Seetal ban that was constructed and is still there today. The ban was constructed for the army to transgress over into Lanka. And very soon the aerial car now approached the dholak forest. Lord Rama, he had the vehicle land at the sage, the hermitage of the sage Agastya and all the other sages. He paid homage to all of them, giving praise and thanks and seeking their blessings now as he was making his way back to Ayodhya. There's beautiful philosophy in between here, but we're going to skip this piece tonight and go straight now to where we are approaching the city of Ayodhya. Lord Rama is coming. The Lord is coming. There's excitement in the air. The air is pregnant with positivity, with jubilation, with celebration. Lights are being lit. Drums and kettle drums and music all over. The Gandharvas, spiritual beings, celestial singers. They're singing and chanting now in anticipation of the arrival of Lord Rama. Devotees, Hanumanji took off at a certain point to notify Bharat, the elder brother of Lord Rama, that Lord Rama was coming because Bharat had made a promise to his kingdom and to his father, to his mother in the kingdom. He says, if Lord Rama is not back in Ayodhya after 14 days, 0 minutes and 0 seconds, in other words, on the clock, the time he leaves, the moment he leaves, if he's back, if he returns 1 second late, I will end my life. So Lord Rama was 1 day behind the 14 years. So he sent Hanumanji ahead of time to let Bharat know, Bharat, don't do anything silly, your brother is coming. Devotees, they approach now the river Ganga. What is the river Ganga? Another name for the river Ganga? The Ganges River. We all know the Ganges River very well. Thanks to Prime Minister Modi ji, Ganga has been cleaned, or it is being cleaned. It's a beautiful river. If you go to places like Rishikesh and Haridwar, the water is pristine. We go in there and we take baths. The water is about 40 degrees. But you know, even though that water is so cold, when you go into Mother Ganga, she embraces you. You don't even want to come off from that water. It is so beautiful. Such an amazing experience. Now, as Lord Rama, Mother Sita, they sat in the boat of Guha, the boatman who they promised to use his boat to cross the river when they came back from this 14 years of exile. And Guha now, as he began to row them across the river, there's a beautiful bhajan. It says, where does the river Ganga come from? By the way, the source of Ganga is a glacier, a body of ice called Gomukh, which is in the North Himalayas. And that water is pure ice water that comes off this glacier. Where does the river Ganga go? Kahan se aaye hain? Like sunshine and shade, the waves of the water, multicolored cups, some made of glass, some made of clay. When you are thirsty, that same vessel is going to hold the same water. Millions of forms spread our world, millions of faces we see, but we love all with one in our heart. We should see all as one. The legend tells us. Ganga, aaye kahan se? Ganga, jaye kahan re? Aaye kahan re? Jaye kahan se? Lehra ek paani mein jaise dhoob chhaye. I want you to clap your hands out as we are rowing across the Ganga. Sing with me. Ganga, aaye kahan se? Ganga jaye kahan re? Lehra ek paani mein jaise dhoob chhaye. Ganga, aaye kahan se? Ganga jaye kahan re? Lehra ek paani mein jaise dhoob chhaye. रात काली दिन उजियारा मिल गए दोनों साए रात काली दिन उजियारा मिल गए दोनों साए साथ मिले को रंग रूप के कैसे बेमिठाए लहरा पानी में जैसे धूप छाए ओ गंगा आई कहाँ से गंगा जाए कहाँ रे लहरा पानी में जैसे धूप छाए आज कोई माटी कोई रंग बिरंगे प्याले आज कोई माटी कोई रंग बिरंगे प्याले प्यास लगे तो एक बराबर जिसमें पानी my dear brothers and sisters, when Hanumanji arrived in Ayodhya to give Bharat this news that his brother was just a few miles away, the citizens of Ayodhya looked lean, famished, despondent, depressed. Think of when a member of your family or member of your community is no more. When a leader, a priest, a pandit is no more. The congregation becomes despondent. We lose interest. Devotees, once God is installed, when God is installed in this Ayodhya tonight, we speak of this Ayodhya, this heart, you will never be down, you'll never be out, you will always wear a smile, you'll always have what's called swabhav, positivity, the outlook. People only want to be around you, not run from you. All over the town, the city of Ayodhya, you could hear the grieves and the groaning and the wailing. What would people say? Hey Ram, where is Ram? Hey Ram, when is he going to come back? Where is my Ram? Devotees, no one could move, no one could even console each other. It was so bad, so negative. Everyone was too weak to even take a few steps. No one had the capacity, no one had the energy to do anything to nurse or to console those that were down and out. But rays of hope had already been cast by the news that Hanumanji was about to bring. Bharat, he had some welcome premonitions of a happy event. Now let me ask you all a question tonight. How many of you have dreams? You all don't dream here in the islands? How many of you believe, you don't have to show your hands, how many of you believe that your dreams will come true? Yes? Bharat had a dream. His Lord was coming. When I say his Lord, his brother, his life, his idol. Rama was his idol. Rama was his everything. That Rama was coming, Rama was close, devotees. And you know, just that dream can perk you up. When you have a positive dream, it'll perk you up. You get up the next morning, all smiles, and boy, I had a real good dream. On the other hand, when you have a bad dream, what happens? I got up in one thing, but I'm going to call Panditanda Puja. Devotees. Bharat's right eye was twitching. Now, let me ask you this. Those of us, especially in Caribbean, but perhaps in India too. When the right eye of a man is twitching, what does that mean? He lying? I learned something new tonight. When the right eye of a man is twitching, what does that indicate? Something good, thank you. Something good will happen. And the left eye, of course. What about in the case of a female? Does the same apply? Yes. You sure? I think it's the other way around. Right? Now, Bharat's right eye was twitching. So he knew that something good was going to happen. Now, I'll give you a little story. Let me deviate for 1 second. About 36 years ago, my Aji was in a hospital. And I had just left, I was in college at the time, just left my final class and was driving home. And immediately as I came out of school that day, my left eye began to twitch. This was about 1 p.m., class was just finished. And driving home now, coming down one of the busiest highways in Toronto, I went to school in Toronto. There was a truck in front of me, and a stone about this big flew off the truck and shattered my windscreen in the car. So that's 2 signs. As I came home that evening, I was doing my homework, got a call from the hospital, you all need to come now, Maya's going downhill. And that night she passed at 8 o'clock. Those were my signs of something negative with left eye, windscreen shattering. So you see, people say, well, oh, that's just superstition. No, it's not. I can tell you that first time. It's happening here. Our scriptures are telling us this. Bharat's eye, his right eye was twitching. His Lord, his Prabhu was coming. Devotees. He was worried that Lord Rama would not send anyone to let him know, like a messenger, that he was coming. And at that instant, Jai Shri Ram, Hanumanji shows up. And as he knelt down, Hanumanji went down on one knee, and he had his gada in his hand. He said, Jai Shri Ram. That's how he announced it was presence. And Bharat, his ears shut up like, when a puppy hears a nice sound, how the ears go up like that. Bharat's ears shut up. And his whole Swabhav changed just by listening to the name Jai Shri Ram. Let us try it tonight and see what happens. On three, come on, Jai Shri Ram. 1, 2, 3. No, you all sound like a hungry man. Come on, let's try it again. On 3, 1, 2, 3. That's more like it. You see the energy? See the energy? The next time someone cuts you off on the road, you know how much roads here in the islands. Next time you come to Miami and somebody gives you a bad ride, don't say nothing bad to the person. Say Jai Shri Ram, go up the road. We'll get there someday. This is the energy, this is the positivity that Hanumanji brought just by saying Jai Shri Ram, devotees. Bharat now became all excited. And he hugged Hanumanji and he began to cry, both of them profusely. Hanumanji expounded what had taken place, and the Lord had won the war and he's on his way. And now it's time now for the pomp and pageantry. And this is where now we divert from our katha to go into the celebration of light, celebration of Diwali. Devotees, Hanumanji, with the help of Bharat now, in this day and age we have CNN and ABC and whatever, Fox News and all these other things, Back then it was, you tell your neighbor and your neighbor tell the other person, open your window and shout it out. Rama is coming, Rama is coming, Rama is coming. And as the bhajan tells us tonight, as we prepare now to receive the arrival of our Lord, Jai Shri Ram. Hey Siya Rama, Hare Ho Rama Rama, O Prabhu Rama, Ayodhya mein aaye, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile, O Prabhu Rama, Ayodhya mein aaye, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile. Ram se mile, Siya Ram se mile, Ram se mile, Siya Ram se mile, O Raghu Rama, Ayodhya mein aaye, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile, O Siya Rama, Ayodhya mein aaye, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile, chalo re sakhi Ram se mile. They came now in their Aarti is now ready to receive the Lord. And the Bible tells us, Mata Sumitra Arati Utare, Mata Sumitra Arati Utare, Nayana Neer Bahai, Chalo re Sakhi Ram se mile, Chalo re Sakhi Ram se mile, O Raghu Rama, Ayodhya mein aaye, Chalo re Sakhi Ram se mile, Chalo re Sakhi Ram se mile. Ram se mile, Siya Ram se mile, Ram se mile, Siya Ram se mile, O Raghu Rama, Ayodhya mein aaye, Chalo re Sakhi Ram se mile, Chalo re Sakhi Ram se mile. Tulsi दास कर जोर करते हैं, तुलसी दास कर जोर करते हैं, आड़ी गुण गाते चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, ओ प्रभु रामा अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, राम से मिले, सिया राम से मिले, राम से मिले, सिया राम से मिले, ओ प्रभु रामा अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम Jai Shri Ram. See the Lord Rama coming, the flowers are arrived. Devotees, how do we prepare for the arrival of Lord Rama? Let me ask you something. I'm sure we all celebrated Diwali this past Monday. What took place in your homes like a week before Diwali celebration? What was taking place? Fasting, yes. Cleaning. So cleaning is perhaps the most important topic that we should speak about tonight. I remember growing up in Trinidad 40-something years ago. From a month before, Mom will be like, how should I put it, operations manager. Pressure clean, cut the lawn, trim the trees, throw out the garbage, even bathe the dogs. Make sure that the puja room all the brassware was polished and shining. It's Diwali time. But for me, as a little kid growing up in Trinidad, Diwali was, and by the way, those of you from Trinidad, I know we have many nationalities here, would perhaps heard of a place called Debe in Trinidad, South Trinidad. It's the home of the doubles, and that's where doubles I came from, by the way, Debe. But people from all over this island would drive to Debe to look and to see Diwali lights. Because every single home, whether you're Muslim, we had Muslims, Christians, Hindus, all different nationalities of the faiths, but every single home would light up. Because it's Diwali, it's celebration. But my understanding of Diwali back then was who could light the most diyas. And we grew up in a place where my cousins, there was one lived across the street on this side and one across the street on this side. So we could see each other's homes. And nobody could outshine my home. I wanted the most diyas. So when I used to do a little spying, during the day I'd go across my home, how many diyas you all lighted? 300. Dad, go get another 100, they lighted 300. We need 400. And it would go on like this, Didn't know at the time the true significance of Diwali was to show off. Right? Mom would take off the old curtains and put new curtains because, I'm not condemning my mom, she's beautiful, she's great. But it's the process of outshining the neighbors. Right? Now in this day and age, we clean the homes. What about cleaning the heart? We will light a diya. Diya has, what do we put in the diya? Coconut oil, sometimes we put ghee. But after an hour, 2 hours, depending on the quality of the ghee, the context of the ghee, it will extinguish. The light will go. But you see, when you clean your heart, as we said in the beginning of the katha tonight, and we install a beautiful lotus, and what do we say to her? Ma, Ayena, come sit here, Ma. Take your permanent residence here. That light that we instill in our lives will change our lives forever. Make no mistake. It changes our lives forever. You see, the simple thing that we do in this world today, we judge people. We have in our American society, we have magistrates, we have high court, low court, civil court, supreme court, all different kinds of courts. We have different judges for each one of those courts. They can judge things that are material. House, land, property, business, money, transaction, relationships, things like that. But the greatest judge and the only judge that really matters is God. And when we do something, or a brother or sister or friend performs an act, you and I are not equipped or should not judge. And when you judge someone, like for example, let's just say Brother Ramesh is wearing all white today. Why is he wearing white? Why he couldn't wear green like me? I'm judging him. Or maybe he shouldn't wear white. He should wear a different color because his complexion is fair. Maybe a darker color would look good on a race cheek. That is judgment. What am I doing then? I'm not affecting him. You know what I'm doing? I'm adding more negative karma to my karma that I already have. Because I'm finding fault, I'm doing this. And when you do this, what happens? You see these three fellas? They pointed right back here. That is negative karma. Do not judge anyone. Do not judge. Who are the biggest culprits, if I may use that word, are the leaders, especially spiritual leaders. We judge each other. We find faults. Oh, he can't sing, or he can't read. Oh, I'm better than him. I have 10,000 chelas, he only have 5. That is judging. Do not judge. If you take one thing away from this katha, my message to you tonight, other than love, do not judge anyone. We are all equal. Bhagavad Gita tells us, chapter 2, verse 23. Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells us, Radhe Radhe Nainam Chindanti Shastrani Nainam Dahati Pavakaha Na Chainam Kledyo Yantyapo Na Shoshati Martaha Bhakti Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, you see that soul, Arjuna, that exists in you and every other living creature? It has come from the same source. Meaning, we all have come from the same source. We may look differently, we may speak differently, we may act differently, but this soul, it belongs to no one. It has no color, it has no creed, it has no race, it has no caste, it has no class. It does not have a passport, it doesn't have a name. No characteristics whatsoever. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Lord Shiva tells us, I am selfless. I am formless. I am shapeless. I am Shiva. This is the concept tonight, devotees, as we instill in our hearts. God is but one and exists in every single one of us. We have to see each other equally. The minute we start hatred and pointing fingers and judging, we are adding to our karmas. Let us not do that on this Diwali. Dipavali, Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya. We are ridding ourselves. Devotees, Lord Rama now arrived in the city of Ayodhya. Could you imagine rows and rows of lights? Like I was explaining in Devi in Trinidad. Lights upon lights, welcoming him. Everyone was singing and clapping like we are about to do tonight. In this beautiful bhajan. A devotee of Lord Rama says, Oh Lord, I have come to worship you with all my love, like all of us tonight, we are doing tonight, worshipping the Lord with all of our love. Please never leave Ayodhya again. Meaning, don't ever leave my heart. Devotees, a great writer once said, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba also says it. A person's heart without love is like a corpse. If you do not have love in your heart, you're like a corpse. If you cannot love, if you cannot expound or share this trait called love, you're a corpse. There are no corpses here tonight, I can guarantee you that, because we are all shared this trait called love. It says, the bhajan says, please let me remain at your lotus feet. O Lord, always keep me in your abode. And tonight, we say to Lord Rama, now that you are here, O Lord, please don't wait for next Diwali to come back. Come again, okay? And I'll speak about that in just 1 second. Let us sing the beautiful bhajan now tonight. Rama ho Rama re, bhool mat jana, teri Ayodhya chhod. O Rama ji, teri Ayodhya chhod ke. Sing with me. Rama ho Rama re, bhool mat jana, teri Ayodhya chhod ke. O Rama ji, teri Ayodhya chhod ke. दूध लाया दही लाया तेरे लिए, 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 तुझको खिलाऊंगा वापस ना जाऊंगा, तुझको खिलाऊंगा वापस ना जाऊंगा, तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के तेरी रामा हो राम रे, भूल मत जाना, तेरी अयोध्या छोड़, ओ राम जी तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के। धूप लाया दीप लाया तेरे लिए, 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 तुझको दिखाऊंगा वापस ना जाऊंगा, तुझको दिखाऊंगा वापस ना जाऊंगा, तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के रामा हो राम रे, भूल मत जाना। लाया पत्थर लाया तेरे लिए, ईट लाया पत्थर लाया तेरे लिए, ईट लाया पत्थर लाया तेरे लिए, ईट लाया पत्थर लाया तेरे लिए। मंदिर बनाऊंगा वापस ना जाऊंगा, मंदिर बनाऊंगा वापस ना जाऊंगा, तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के। रामा ओ राम रे भूल मत जाना, तेरी अयोध्या छोड़, ओ राम जी तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के। रामा ओ राम रे भूल मत जाना, तेरी अयोध्या छोड़, ओ राम जी तेरी अयोध्या छोड़, ओ राम जी तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के। प्रेम से बोलो रामचंद्र की जय। A very powerful and a very positive bhajan as well. Devotees, we have all come out tonight in our numbers. So happy to see all of you here at Shri Naya Sabha to celebrate Diwali. This mandir is open every week, every weekend, on Saturdays for satsang. I'd like to implore all of you to please make an effort to come, just to sing, to sit, learn a bhajan. There's no excuse, when I ask for someone to sing a bhajan, there's no excuse for you not to sing a bhajan. Let me ask you a question. How many of you spend at least 1 hour a week on social media? Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram. Alright, that's too low. 2 hours a week. 3 hours a week? I ain't seen no hand yet. 5 hours a week. How about 5 hours a day? Okay. So here's a challenge for you. Those things are good, okay? To an extent, they're good. I use it a lot. I'm a Facebook junkie. During my brother and I were talking, Ravish and I were talking during the pandemic. I was broadcasting twice a week on the social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, a program called Shri. I'll give you some information on that just now, to reach the masses all over the world. Now, if you go to YouTube, there are many options to learn to sing a bhajan. You don't have to learn to play music. There's also tuition for that as well. There are classes for that. I can give you some recommendations. But if you're spending that much time on social media, especially Facebook, what do you go on Facebook to do? What do you do on Facebook? Say what? Mind people business? Who said that? Melvin. Take 10 minutes. That's all. Just 10 minutes from that social media time. Go to YouTube. Find a channel that teaches you how to sing. Sing a bhajan. Simple bhajan. A simple bhajan to start. One of the ones that I started many years ago when I started singing. Ram Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Bhaju Ram Ram Bhaju Ram. Simple. Ram Ram Siya Ram Bhajale Ram Ram Siya Ram. Bhaj Ram Ram Siya Ram. Bhaj Ram Ram Siya Ram. Simple. Sing with me. Come on. Everybody. Join with me. Come on. Ram Ram Bhaj Ram Ram Bhaj. I can't hear you. Come on. Sing. Ram Ram Siya Ram, Bhaj Ram Ram Siya Ram, Bhaj Ram Ram Siya Ram, Bhaj 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 Ram. Ram se bada Ram ka naam, Ram se bada Ram ka naam, Ram se bada Ram ka naam. Banyara Purushottam Bhagwan Ramachandra ki jai. How simple, how easy. I'll tell you what. Let me make you a promise tonight, a commitment on this occasion of Diwali. If you are willing to learn to sing a bhajan, I, in the presence of Bhagwan, in the presence of your executives, I am willing to teach you. And how can we do this? I live in Florida, you live here. By using the social media platforms. We can learn together and we can create a WhatsApp group. Are you guys in favor of this? We have my brother Seetal here as well who will play drum for us. It's very simple. Let your children participate. Rather than giving them all of the, what do you call these things, PlayStation, what's the name of the game again? No, but that Mario, that is a long time ago by Alright, say Nintendo Switch. Alright, remove off your ears. What's the PlayStation game that all the kids play now? Xbox. And there's another one. Come on. Where's Karan? Karan, where are you? PS4. What's the name of the game? Oh my God. Alright, it'll come to me in a minute. Never mind. It's not irrelevant. So I'm going to commit this to you all tonight. What is it? Sega? No, did you guys? 20 years ago. I'm going to commit to you all tonight. So we're going to create this WhatsApp group. And I'm also going to make another commitment. I haven't run it by Ramesh yet, but I mentioned it this morning to Uncle Jack. At least three times, maybe four, at least 3 times a year, we're going to come, my brother Seetal and I will come. We're not looking for anything from you, we don't need anything. But my goal as a Pandit, and a Sanatanist, for the 40 years or whatever I lived in Florida, is to build, is to uphold Dharma. And you see how scriptures teaches us? I learned this very, very well. Dharmote rakshite rakshite. When you stand up and you uphold Dharma, one day to come, the Dharma will uphold you when you most need it. My commitment to you is this. We will continue to build and to grow this community here in the islands. One of the first things my brother told me today when we came up, we'll get to sound check and whatnot. Oh, what a beautiful ashram this is. We can have people from all over the world come here. They can do yoga, they can do retreat, meditation, bhajan, kirtan, and so forth. You all have, you don't know what you're sitting on. This place, this Shakti that exists here, on this hilltop, this is ideal for this purpose, to uphold Sanatan Dharma. And yoga, meditation, chanting, kirtan, dhyanam, scriptures, what does that do for us? It's not about money, no. It uplifts us. And you see these children, all of the children, Karan, Arjun, all these fellas, they will have a place to call home. They will have something to look forward to when you and I are no more. When the leaders of this organization will say, okay, we'll take a backseat, we'll give the children a chance. Devotees, if you are ready, tonight I pledge to you, I am committed, my brother and I are committed to help to grow this organization. Together with the Balkaran family, my Ramesh and his family, Uncle Jack and his family as well, and many others I know are committed. As I said, 3 times a year, every 3 months, 4 months, whatever the case may, we'll come and we'll do this. You don't have to come and sit down and listen to me. Next time I come, I want all of us to sit together and sing and to chant and glorify. It's not about me. This is about you. This is your community, your children, your future, and this beautiful mandir that you have here. I want you to put your hands together for all of you tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming to Shri Naya Sabha tonight. And if there's anything that I personally as a Pandit can do for you to help you to elevate, maybe you need to speak, I'll be more than happy to do so. Before we do a couple more bhajans, I believe we are going until 8, yeah? Is 8 already? 8, sorry? 8:22. You know, I had a problem today. I don't know if I'm looking at, my watch probably already went into daylight savings. No, I'm just kidding. So we are not going to keep you back too much longer. I know we said 10 o'clock on the flyer, but real quickly, before we close tonight, there are 2 prayers I want to leave with you, and every one of you will have an opportunity to take one. I think I might have given this out the last time I was here in a different format, but I'll leave all of these with you. Where's Karan? Someone find Karan for me, please. I need him. So, in the morning when you wake up, this beautiful prayer, it says, O Lord, I am born now from the womb of sleep. I am determined to carry out all tasks this day as offerings to Thee, with Thee ever present before my mind's eyes. Make my words, my thoughts, and my deeds sacred and pure. Let me not inflict pain on anyone. Direct me, guide me this day. And in the evening now, before you retire at night, we say, O Lord, The tasks of this day, whose burden I placed upon your feet this morning, are over. It was you who made me walk, talk, think, and act. I therefore place at thy feet all my words, my thoughts, and my deeds. My task is done. Receive me. I am coming back to you. The words of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. I implore you all to take these prayers, put them at your bedside, and use them, especially instill them on your children. They're all in English, but they're very powerful. This evening, before we go into Arati, there are two bhajans that I'd like to share with you on this occasion of Diwali, and then we'll have a few words from the executives as well. The first one, it says, "May the flame of my lamp burn for innumerable ages. May it illuminate, diffuse its brightness throughout centuries. I ask you this much, Bhagwan, whether there's a storm or a typhoon or hurricane, may this lamp never blow out. This is a very cherished star of my eyes, the radiance of my life. Open your lotus mouth and smile, O Lord. Manmohan Bhagwan Shri Krishna is catapulting, sweet and beautiful. May this image I keep never be destroyed. You are called the friend of the poor and those who suffer. May the flame of my lamp keep burning for centuries to come." We sing this beautiful bhajan this evening as we celebrate. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. इतना मांगो भगवान, आगे आए तूफान. ये तो बिना झुके पाए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरे नैनों का ये तारा, मेरा जीवन का उजियारा. मुख कमल खोल मुस्काए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मनमोहन मधुर सरोना, मेरा दूध न जाए खिलौना. तुम दीन बंधु कहलाए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. My dear brothers and sisters, in celebrating Diwali is a bhajan that we always listen to in the Caribbean as well as here in North America, and it glorifies Mahalakshmi Mata. The bhajan tells us, "All hail to you, O Mother Lakshmi, most loving and compassionate. Please listen to our prayers. You are the eternal Mother of prosperity. You have given birth to this world, O Mother. You are Savitri, you are Gauri, you are the compass of all Lord Vishnu's love. As light, you are expressed in this form. This is your play and your power. Your power is limitless." Let us sing this beautiful hymn. जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता. जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता. मातृ है, जग को जन्म दिया है। तू सावित्री, तू ही गौरी, तू ही विष्णु प्रिया है। ओ ज्योति भई तेरे रूप कई, तेरी लीला, तेरी लीला, तेरी लीला अपरंपार, अपरंपार। ओ माता जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। तेरी दया के फल में बनती, बिगड़े काम सभी के। तुझसे चाहे नारायण की, करती कृपा उसी के। तेरे ज्ञान धरू, गुणगान करूं, मेरी पूजा, मेरी पूजा, मेरी पूजा कर स्वीकार, कर स्वीकार। ओ माता जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता। तू सुन ले, तू सुन ले, तू सुन ले मेरी पुकार, मेरी पुकार। ओ माता जय जय लक्ष्मी माता, हे माता, हे माता, हे माता, हे माता, हे माता। प्रेम से वाली शक्ति देवी लक्ष्मी माता महारानी की जय। My dear brothers and sisters, tonight I ask all of you to sit upright for a few minutes once again as we chant the 8 verses of the Shri Mahalakshmi Ashtakam Stotram. This is taken from one of our scriptures called the Padma Purana, and is one of the most popular, if not powerful, prayers to Mahalakshmi. And why do we pray to Mother Lakshmi? Anybody tell me in the audience? You've heard it all night tonight. Anybody? Why do we pray to Mahalakshmi? Health? Yes, what else? Strength? Wealth? Prosperity? Light, life, and all of that. And in every home, if the mother of that home, if there is a mother, for example, the elderly person in the home, the mother is living in the home, mother is representation of Mahalakshmi. In a home where there's a husband and wife, the wife is the representation of Mahalakshmi. So to all the husbands tonight, it is said, once Mother Lakshmi is happy in a home, life is good. So to all the husbands tonight, make sure to keep Mahalakshmi very happy in the home, okay? Life is good. Everybody see? Happy family, happy. Well said, Haji. Well said. Now, as there are 8 forms of Mahalakshmi, Dhana Lakshmi, Bala Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, and so forth, Santana Lakshmi. These 8 verses depict, call the names of different aspects of Mahalakshmi. And tonight, as I ask you to concentrate, perform in all her glory, Seetal standing actually in a lotus flower in the middle of this temple. Has that picture always been there, in the middle of the temple, you see? So she holds that auspicious spot in this temple. Tonight, that same image of Mahalakshmi that's seated in front of you on that pink lotus, I'd like you to gently close your eyes or even look at the murti of Mahalakshmi and still her in your hearts as we chant now the very powerful mantra. Take a deep breath. Focus all your thoughts now on Mahalakshmi Mata. Hariyo Namastestu Mahamai Sri Pite Surabhujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute Namaste Garuda Rudre Kola Surya Bhayankari Sarva Pap Hare Devi Mahalakshmi नमोस्तुते। सर्ववन्ये सर्ववर्णे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. Everyone knows this one. सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रमूर्ति सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. आद्यंतारहिते देवी आद्या शक्ति महेश्वरी योगजे योग संभूते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. स्थूल सूक्ष्म महारुद्रे महाशक्ति महोदरे महापाप हरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. पद्मासन स्थिते देवी परब्रह्मा स्वरूपिणी परमेशी जगन्मातर महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. श्वेतांबरधरे देवी नानालंकार भूषिते जगत्स्थिते जगन्मातर महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. महालक्ष्मी अष्टकं स्तोत्रं यः पठते भक्तिमान् नरः सर्वसिद्धिम् अवाप्नोति राजयं प्राप्नोति सर्वदा. उमा श्री महालक्ष्मी माता महारानी की जय. May the blessings of Shakti Devi Ma be upon one and all. Devotees, it's been an absolute pleasure being with you this evening here at Shri Ramnarine Sabha Mandir in celebrating and sharing just a little taste of our beautiful scriptures, the Shri Ramcharitamanas. Just to recap tonight, the message to take away from tonight's discourse is one of love and instilling that image of Mahalakshmi in your hearts that is, and having her be that filter for every thought, every word and every action. If for some reason there's a person in your lives or in your parivar, meaning your associations or in your contacts, who you have not had a word with or spoken to or reached out to in a very long time, a year, 2 years, 3 years maybe. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? I lost track of the days. Tomorrow is Sunday. After you have your meals and so forth and you've said your morning prayer, make a simple phone call or send a text message. We have all the platforms in the world today. No charge. WhatsApp all over the world. Send a text message. Namaste or dear so and so, good morning. I'm just calling to say hello. Wishing you all the best. Shubh Diwali. And end with these words. I love you. And just relax and watch the mileage that those few words will yield for you. It works wonders. I'm not asking you to build your friendship circle, Leave that for people like me. I am asking you simply, you may have a loved one, like you spoke about this loneliness factor earlier on, who may have been disconnected from you for, who knows, a plethora of reasons. Reach out to that person. This is the message I bring to you of Diwali. And the minute we do this, we have installed Ayodhya in our hearts become filled. Think about that person who you've just reached out, or you're going to reach out to tomorrow. That person's day will become one of positivity. You would feel good in your heart to know that you've done something good. Maybe that person will send you back a close, clasped hands, or maybe a heart, if you're lucky. This is how we share and we learn to love all and serve all equally. I hope that I didn't offend anyone with my messages tonight. They are from our scriptures. And I look forward to you putting these simple tasks. They're very simple. I've broken it down for you so simply. Put them into practice. Put them into your daily lives. And you will see how your lives will become simpler. You'll be able to go to sleep at night without worrying about anything. I'm not going to ask you to show your hands tonight. But think of this before you sleep tonight. How many of us can safely say that we can go lie down on our beds tonight and sleep peacefully without worrying about anything? Not even what to cook tomorrow. When you can do this, when you have attained this status in life, when you can safely say, okay, I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to fall asleep in 5 minutes because I have not a single worry in the world. Because let go, let God. There's nothing that you and I can fix, but God can. Make no mistake, devotees. Trust me on this one. Not trust me, trust God. And finally, I'd like to extend this opportunity now for the management of our mandir to offer us a few words of encouragement. And I am going to work with them also to help to build and to grow this. I see opportunity here to build Sanatan Dharma. There's no reason why this temple should not be flourishing. We should have a kirtan group, we should have a youth group, a women's group, doing things. There's so many, every month there's a celebration, there's a major festival. Navratri, Shivratri, so many. Kartik is coming up. You all have all the beaches, beautiful beaches here. Kartik is on the 14th of November, next month. Full moon night, take advantage. Take your Havan Kun and go out to the beach, 11 o'clock at night, and wait for the moon to come up. Perform Havan, beautiful Havan. Take a dip in the ocean, the water is beautiful. That is how you celebrate Kartik. And by the way, you all have a lot of Tulsi trees here. I saw Tulsi trees all over the island. In this month of Kartik, I promise the last thing I'll share with you before I leave. In this month of Kartik, especially the ladies, Tulsi Mata worship is very important. Why? We just spoke of dhan, of wealth, prosperity. Here's what you do. If you haven't done it yet, maybe not, tomorrow morning. Get your Tulsi plant and place it in such a place, or put it in a house where you can walk around the plant, clockwise. Offer some water, offer a fresh flower, a little bit of chandan, a little bit of perfume on the root of the tree, not the leaves, you'll dry the tree. If you have saffron and sindoor, sprinkle a little bit on there. Sorry. A little bit of incense, wave it. And then a ghee diya with arti. Walk around this Tulsi plant 9 times, especially ladies, cover your hair, cover your head. 9 times, and the mantra, Om, Aim, Shri, Hrim, Tulsi Ye, or Vrindavan Ye Namaha. Om, Aim, Hrim, Shri, Vrindavan Ye Namaha. 9 times. And watch your prosperity. I'm not saying that your bank account is going to add some extra zeros, I'm not saying that. But watch prosperity. Prosperity means happiness, peace. Yes, you may see a few cents in the bank account. But this is what Tulsi Puja is all about. In this month of Kartik, our scriptures teaches us it's so important. If you haven't done it, do it tomorrow, devotees. And especially on Kartik night, which is on the 14th of November. With this, let me hand over now to the management. And we have a few words from them, and we'll go into our closing arati. I thank you. God bless you. Jai Shri Ram.
Seetal, Namaste. I would like to say special thanks to Panditji. Special thanks to Seetal Bhai. And special thanks to the audience for making this program possible today. May Mother Lakshmi shower her blessings upon you all. Thank you so much for coming.
Let's give Uncle Jack a lovely round of applause, please. Thank you. Did we find Karanji? He hidden? Alright. I've just been handed a note here. The Shri Naya Sabha temple members would like to wish one of its youngest members, Ishan, a very happy birthday. Where's Ishan? Ishan, stand, come on, stand up. Give him a lovely round of applause. And they would all like to let him know that they're very proud of him for his involvement in the temple. Ishan, come on up for a second. I met this young man this morning and had a little conversation with him. Come on. I'm right over here. I'm not putting you on the spot, don't worry. This is Ishan. And very handsomely dressed, isn't he? Yes. Ishan is committed to learning to perform puja, learning to perform little havan. And we like him to be an inspiration to the rest of the children of this island. Karan and others, wherever he's hiding. And I promised him this morning that I will work with him, and Uncle Jack as well, and anybody who's interested, to learn simple things, simple Pandittai procedures, rituals, etc. I have a wealth of information I will share with you, and I will pronounce it. As I said, we have social media, we can do so much with it. Let us build, devotees. Let us build. Let us not break. Let us continue to build and to unify. I want you to give this young man a lovely round of applause once again. Thank you. All right? Good. I look forward next time that we are back in St. Croix, 3-4 months from now, he should be sitting there performing the Havan without even using a book. All right? That's the challenge I put in the name of Mahalakshmi tonight. All right? This is how we grow. Let us build and let us uplift our children. Give them the support they need. Right? One of the things you all need in this temple is a harmonium. I will work on getting one sponsored and donated for you. Yes, we'll get that. And you know what? Unfortunately, not unfortunately, next year, Mahashivratri, I think, is going to be on the 18th of February, 2023. This spot has so much energy because of where it's seated. It's up on a hill. Now, you all have a beautiful Shivlingam. I'm also going to work on getting you a nice Shivlingam where you can mount on a stand and the devotees can walk around and so forth. So next Shivratri I will not be having in India. We'll talk about that later. But perhaps sometime during the year, next year that is, we'll come back and we'll install this Shivlingam, perform Shiva Puja, maybe do a one night Shiva Yajna. I'm making promises, but I'm somebody, he will tell you that I stick and I keep to my promises. You know why? When you put positivity out there, God finds a way. And I'm a person that I trust. I let go and I let God. Trust in God. It will happen. It will happen, devotees. Make no mistake. You see, when you become builders, to build a community, to build a temple, right? This temple does need some building, and I would like to ask all of you, if you haven't done so yet, please share your phone numbers and your emails and so forth with the executive. And when you are called upon to give a hand, whether it's to take a broom and sweep, whether it's to mop or to do a little bit of pressure cleaning, whether it's to paint a wall, please come forward. Please give your time, because you know why? This is yours. This is for your children, your grandchildren, for generations to come. You all live here in the island, and this is the only temple, I believe, in the island, right? Is the only temple in the island? Yes? Okay, so you see, all the more reason to support and to share. Tonight, when you take your arati, I'd like you to dig a little deeper in your pockets and give from your hearts, devotees. Give towards this temple so that modifications and improvements can be made as well. Tonight, again, I would like to thank Maharaji. Always a pleasure to be in your company, and DDG as well. Thank you for accommodating us so many times here in the island. And of course, the Balkaran family, Uncle Mike, Auntie, and all the children. I believe my godchild Kavita is Kavita here? I heard Kavita. Kavita ji, give her a lovely round of applause. A former resident of the islands, now residing in the US. Kavita ji, thank you for gracing us with your presence, and all of you. And Nari as well. Nari is our chauffeur, our driver. He's our brother, and we love him tremendously. Is Nari here? Did he make it? I know he was taken with us now. Okay. So with that said, let us now. We okay? Stand. Let us all now stand for Arti. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry. To all those who have helped to prepare food, to help us to come over to travel, tickets, etc., who have helped to prepare the temple, the cleaning, the music, everything. I say thank you. And to my dear brother Seetal, thank you for accompanying me, dear brother, to you and your family. May you always be blessed, continue to guide you, God guide you with health, strength, prosperity, and you certainly make a difference wherever you go. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you. We have the thali to do Aarti. How do you guys normally do? You allow the audience to come up and do Aarti? Yeah. They can come? Yes? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. If you want to form a line, it is Diwali. Come and take an opportunity, have an opportunity, perform Aarti to the devotees, and we'll continue to sing the Aarti tonight, okay? Aridyom Sajan Tivacha Savitam Mahina Yojitam Maya Deepam Grahana Deva Shudre Lukyam Timinapaham Yani Kani Chapapani Janmayata Kitani Chaha Tani Tani Vinashyanti Pradakshanam Pade Prade Om Jai Lakshmi Mata Maya Jai Lakshmi Mata Tumko is din sevak Tumko is din sevak Ad Vishnu Dhata Om Jai Lakshmi Mata Jai Lakshmi Mata Maya Jai Lakshmi Mata Tumko is din sevak Tumko is din sevak Har Vishnu Vidhata Om Jai Lakshmi Mata Uma Rama Brahmani माता सूर्य चंद्रमा ध्यावत सूर्य चंद्रमा ध्यावत नारद ऋषि गाथा ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता दुर्गा रूप निरंजनी सुख संपत्ति दाता ओम या सुख संपत्ति दाता जो कोई तुमको ध्यावत जो कोई तुमको ध्यावत रिद्धि सिद्धि धन पात ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता तुम पाताल निवासिनी तुम ही शुभ दाता मैया तुम ही शुभ दाता कर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी कर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी भवनी की प्रार्थना ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जिस घर में तुम रहती तहाँ सब गुण गाता ओ मैं तब सब गुण गाता सब संभव हो जाता सब संभव हो जाता मन नहीं घबराता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता तुम बिन यज्ञ न होवे वस्त्र न हो माता मैया वस्त्र न हो माता खान पान का वैभव खान पान का वैभव सब तुमसे आता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता सुख गुण मंदिर सुंदर शिवदधि जाता मैया शिवदधि जाता रत्न चतुर्दश तुम बिन रत्न चतुर्दश तुम बिन कोई नहीं पाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता महालक्ष्मी जी की आरती जो कोई नर गाता मैया जो कोई नर गाता आनंद समाता आनंद समाता माप उतर जाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निस दिन सेवक तुमको निस दिन सेवक हर विष्णु विधाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सतगुरुदेवा ओम जय सतगुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सतगुरुदेवा ओम जय सतगुरुदेवा ओम जय सतगुरुदेवा कथा विसर्जन होतो है सुनो वीर हनुमान रामा लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण एक घर या दो घर आदो में बुनियाद तुलसी संघट साढ़े हटे खोटे अपराध श्रोता सपया संगय शंभु गए कैलाश, रामायण तुम हृदय महा आन करहु तुम पास। परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं, परमात्मैष्ठात् मोक्ष प्रदातं बाबा विभूतिं इदमस्मयामि। परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिम्। ॐ समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु, समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु, समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विज्ञानं द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे। ॐ शान्ति, 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 प्रेम से बोल गजानन स्वामी की, उमापति महादेव की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, महालक्ष्मी माता की, जगदम्बे भवानी शंकर माता की, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की, श्री राम नारायण सभा की, श्री राम नारायण सभा की, श्री राम नारायण सभा की। जय जय सीताराम सतगुरु। ओम हरि ओम, हरि ओम। Devotees, please take your seats. Your aarti and so forth will come to you. And I believe prasadam is also prepared. And of course, beautiful bhojan has been prepared outside. So please partake. And remember, love all and serve all. The prayers are here. We couldn't find Karan. If someone wants to come and pass these out. Young man in the back. There's the young man in the back there again. Where is Ishan? Ishan, are you here? Come, Ishan. And don't forget, please contact me. My contact information is on the back of the prayer card. Please give every one of these out, please, and keep the rest secret. If there's anything I can do to help you, to uplift your spirituality, please feel free to reach out. I do not put a cost or price to anything that I do. This is all in the name of Satya Sanatan Vaidika Dharma. I'm here as a servant of God, willing to help. So please reach out. I'm more than happy to help you in any way that I can. Once again, thank you. God bless you. Please enjoy all of the niceties outside there. And I look forward to connecting with you all. And of course, joining you again sometime in the very near future in 2023. Right back here at the Mandir. Jai Jai Seetaram Satkoi. Hari Om.